In today's episode, I'm going to pull and spin a few boxes of frames. I pulled only 5 boxes right now from 3 different hives. One hive I pulled a couple of medium boxes, one I pulled a medium and a shallow box, and another hive I pulled a shallow box. Just trying to get enough honey off of them to relieve some of the pressure. If I can get the honey spun out of those frames and then give them those boxes of frames back, that helps them to grow and expand and gives us some honey. I'll probably do at least one more honey pull, maybe 2 this summer, but it's what I needed to do right now. So this episode just talks a little bit about that and how I spin honey, and hope you enjoy. All the guts of the extractor we put in a washing machine, but as far as the barrel itself, I just put boiling water and Dawn inside and scrub it down well. I'm using a bee escape this time. You see down there you've got little prongs. See them on this side as well. They're slightly opened here. The theory behind it is that, so like you put your super that has honey above it, the bees go down through that hole and they can go out through the gap in those 2 wire pieces, but they can't get back in. And what it does is it filters bees out of your honey supers down into the bottom of the hive, but they can't get back in, so you can go in and pull honey without a bunch of bees being in your honey. There's the bee escape, so they can go out, but it's just harder to come back in. They can come in, it's just harder. Looks like they're having more luck on one side than the other. But it definitely did decrease the number of bees, so there's still several there. The bee escape has been on for 2 days, and there are definitely fewer bees, but they are certainly not all gone. We definitely have a lot fewer bees. There's few enough that I can sweep the rest of these off, and I'm going to go ahead and pull these 2 boxes. Now that is a beautiful frame of honey. When I use a sheet of wax foundation, I get beautiful honey like that. When I use frames that just have a starter strip, I get a mess. I know other beekeepers use them and love them. I don't. I'll take a wax foundation starter strip all day, and I'll take that over plastic that has wax on it. My bees thrive if I'll give them a wax foundation. They do so if I give them a plastic foundation. They make crazy comb if I give them a frame with nothing but a starter strip. That's just one beekeeper's perspective. But my experience is go with a solid wax foundation for your frames, and you'll get beautiful, beautiful frames of honey just like that. Now, this little broom is what we use to kind of sweep the bees off of the frame so we can take them in the house. This is a plastic foundation frame. A lot of beekeepers like it because it lasts longer, and it has a layer of wax on top of the plastic. It already has the hexagonal shape of the cells built into the plastic. You can see on this one they've put some honey on it that is capped. I have found in my hives, if they have a choice between wax foundation and plastic, the last thing they'll do will be the plastic, and it often will be shallow. In other words, it won't have near as much honey as what I get off of my wax foundation frames. This extractor, you can put 4 frames at a time in there. And you have one side facing outward and it'll throw out the honey from that side, and then you spin them around and it'll throw the honey on that side out. You have a spigot at the bottom, and then I have a bucket it'll go into, and I have 2 strainers it goes through, so it gets strained twice, so that all that goes into the bucket is pure honey. That's what it looks like after you've scraped the capping off and put it in the extractor. Just putting it back where I can put it back in the box so I can give it back to the bees. I pulled these 2 boxes, a medium and a shallow, from this hive, and I put the honey, or put the frames in the centrifuge and spun the honey out, so now I'm going to give them back. Gave them their 2 boxes back. Straighten those up just a little bit. We're a little off right there, but that should give them some more room. It gives me some honey, and they've still got quite a bit of honey in there. Okay, what I'm doing this morning is I am returning these 2 medium boxes back to this hive. I pulled the 2 top boxes. There's more honey in there, but that's just all I have time to pull right now. I pulled the top 2 boxes, and we got the cappings off and put it in the extractor. So now we're giving the frames and whatever honey is left in them back to the colony. They're upset with me right now, but they'll be happier later. All right, they have lots of room back, and they have some honey. Okay, good deal.